our final segment, we ran out of time, so just want to do our last portion of our document analysis, our final portion with our Jefferson document. This is our excerpt that didn't make it in to the Declaration. King George III, he has waged cruel war against human nature itself, inflammatory language, violating its most sacred rights of life and liberty. Again, uh, very inflammatory language in the persons of a distant people who never offended him, captivating and carrying them into slavery in another hemisphere, or to incur miserable death in their transportation thither. This piratical warfare, the opprobrium of infidel powers, is the warfare of the Christian king of Great Britain. He has prostituted his negative for suppressing every legislative attempt to prohibit or to restrain an execrable commerce determined to keep open a market where men should be bought and sold. Again, extremely inflammatory language, and that this assemblage of horrors might want no fact of distinguished dye. Wildly inflammatory language. So, what is his purpose? What was Jefferson trying to accomplish with this document? Well, he is extremely critical of King George. He's extremely critical of King George. He believes that what King George is doing is the the epitome of abuses, and he believes that King George, critical of King George, and use of slavery. Now, one of the things that we had noted was that this is highly hypocritical on the part of Jefferson. Jefferson himself being a slave owner, having a incredibly long, lifelong relationship with his own slave mistress. So his being heavily involved with his own slave and having a slave relationship, being critical of King George and this slave relationship is problematic. So, who is the audience? Well, the audience is the British king, because he wants to piss off King George. He wants to upset him. He wants to upset King George. But he also wants other he wants colonists to read this. And what's our significant statement? How do we synthesize this? So, colonists colonists that wanted colonists wanted unity. And they read this and they just went, this is not okay. You've got to get rid of this. So they've removed this document. They removed this segment from the Declaration. So they removed this portion from the Declaration. Essentially, to kind of keep the peace. So colonists wanted unity, and they removed this portion from the Declaration. So that is the end of our lesson. Have a great day.